My name is Gabriel Mitchell and I grew up in Inchicore. When I was a boy, we were very poor. I thought knives and forks were jewellery, and I was breastfed by my granads, which made me lactose intolerant. My poor parents had to send me up to my grandparents every weekend. It was so cold in that graveyard.
I shall now reveal the full history of my letters of clemency. While on a mission to study homosexual behaviour in monkeys in Africa, I met and fell in love with Muammar Gaddafi. I wrote to the United Nations this year, asking them to please go easy on the love of my life. The love was entirely unrequited.
At the age of 7, I wore the hand-me-downs for my brother, and when they ran out, I wore me mother's hand-me-gowns, which were quite comfortable, I must admit, except that the corsets were a bit tight, and it led to a few curious looks in my direction on Leeton Street back in the day, but that was no harm. I felt
well, if I saw Gallagher seeing others giving full disclosure about their past, I might as well too. I was a member of Fianna Fáil. I'm not ashamed of that, and I joined because I thought it was necessary to do so. But I left Fianna Fáil in 1974 and I've never been a member ever since.
There have been a lot of rumours in the media that I'm a teetotaler and I'm therefore entirely unsuitable to be head of state in a nation of alcoholics. This is entirely untrue, and it's black propaganda by Fine Gael. I've no problem with fellas getting legless.
Historically, never in Fianna Fáil after 74, although I was a major figure in creating the economic boom and entrepreneurs, but I was no foot soldier of destiny in them times.
I love alcohol, Jaeger bombs, Irish car bombs, Molotov cocktails, all the usual tipples and all the usual...
I was the Quango Queen, and I shall now list out my favourite Quangos. The Dublin Airport Authority, very handy for my banking junkets abroad when I was hanging out with ICS Building Society. Then it was the Bertie Bowl one. That was a great one. There was no bowl in the end, of course, except for the ones with the champagne in it. They were great times, great days. Everyone partying.
About 1886, I was born in the Shire. I was a nephew of Bilbo Baggins, but I fell out with Gandalf the Grey after he allowed rendition flights land in the Shire on their way out of Middle-earth in total contravention of Hobbits' rights under the UN.
Quite frankly, I am tired of being painted as some kind of mouthpiece for the Catholic Church. I like all religions, like voodoo. Here's a little doll I made earlier. Doesn't it look just like Mary Davis? I wonder what happens when I stick some pins in.
Last year I wrote to Judge Simon Cowell on shanned notepaper, appealing for clemency for the crooner Wagner, on whom I had the crush of my life upon. Oh, woe to love.
I donated all of my hair to youth groups for research.
I once had to eat my own hair because I was iron deficient.
I once bored Seamus Heaney so much that he ate a copy of my poetry just to stop me reading anymore.